is Danielle from Cageless Readings. So today's pick a card. I was gonna keep it a little bit short in case you're just needing a quick little reminder message from your angels. And funny enough, I'm starting this at 12:12 my time, which is humorous because it's literally a message from your angels saying to trust in their guidance and the messages you are receiving intuitively from them. So very appropriate time to be starting this card reading for you all. So pile 1 here is this piece of orange calcite. Pile 2 is this piece of Dalmatian jasper. And pile 3 is this cluster of amethyst. All right, so please remember to just take some deep breaths, ground yourself so that the messages resonate with you better, so that you can hear your intuition more clearly. All right, I'll give you a minute to do that and I'll see you all in your card readings. All right, pile 1, you chose this piece of orange calcite. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle the cards and see what you all got. What do your angels want you to know? 1 for the collective. Wow. That was really quick. All right, let's see. What do they have to say? Trustworthy guidance. Show that card a little bit better. Trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. It's interesting. I almost picture like the Merkaba above this person's head. So very divinely guided ideas. Oh wow, we have wedding, Cupid, and new partner. Really cool stuff. It's funny, I was just using this last week's card reading. This deck has been wanting to talk a lot lately, so I just feel like there's a lot of messages that the angels have been trying to communicate with people lately. Specifically them and the mermaids. It's really funny. Those decks have been going crazy with messages for the collective lately. So this is actually super great news. What your angels want you to know right now for today. There's actually 2 different energies coming through. The first one that I'm picking up on is for all of you who are in a relationship, or it could be a marriage or just a long-term partnership where you're kind of in a low moment in the relationship. Maybe there isn't as much physical chemistry as there was before, or you're not able to spend as much quality time as you used to together, and you're noticing that. And you're just feeling a little bit down about it, I think. You've had a little bit of some doubts and some fears come up about the relationship. But what's coming through from the angels here is that they're saying that you've gotten some ideas, I think, like about how you can like rekindle this relationship, or things you can do to show love to these people, if that makes sense. So like I think you might have some romantic gestures, or like a fun evening planned out, or a gift that they'd really love. And they're saying just follow that. That's a great idea. It might make you maybe feel a bit silly for doing some of the things that you've thought of doing, but just trust it, go with it. It's exactly what this relationship would need. It's exactly what this partner's needing to feel appreciated and loved by you, and just follow that. Because when it says new partner here, for that energy of people who are already in relationship, what I see this is just like that rekindling, changing your relationship around. So it's almost like you're with somebody new, or is like a new phase. It's not literally a new person. It's just like changing the energy that you have been in with them. So that's a great card to come in. And I love the Cupid card because it even says here, like, great waves of love are being sent into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself, and to enjoy romance and reawakening your romantic life. So this is just a great card to come through as a confirmation. Don't worry. This relationship is going to shift. It's going to change, and make sure you're going through with whatever you were thinking about doing for your partner or your spouse, because it's great. It's super great. And I really feel like it's going to rekindle a fire. And I do feel like it's a vulnerable thing. I feel like there's some hesitancy in feeling maybe it's a bit silly or a little scary. And I just get that you're right on track. You are picking up what you should. And then the other energy here for all of you who are not currently in a relationship but are really wanting to manifest in a good partner who is aligned with you and supportive and loving, I actually think that you all should be doing journaling, writing, drawing, painting. That energy is coming through very strong, where I like literally see that you should be doing what this man is doing in this picture, where the angels are with you and they're like really excited, being like, yeah, that's the kind of person you want to attract in. Ooh, how do they make you feel? What do they love to do with you? Do they love hiking mountains? Do they love being in nature? Do they love traveling? And then I just feel like they're getting excited with you as you're like drawing, journaling, or painting out this ideal partner. And it just feels like a great energy, very exciting, very loving, and very like hopeful for the future. And I do get that, like I said, it does feel more for a very good, supportive, romantic partner, a long-term partner. And just like they said, trustworthy guy, and just keep doing that. You're right on track. And where I saw the Merkaba thing happening here is I think a lot of you have done a lot of personal work. You've dated some what would they say? You've dated some frogs, or you've dated some not so great people, and you're really ready now to start calling in this soulmate, this life partner of yours in. And they really recognize that. So they're just saying, let's decide, what do you want? What do they look like? And that's how we're going to start manifesting it in. And that's also how we're going to start really getting it clear on what you want and how you want to feel around a partner. I know we always say feel, and that might seem strange to some of you, but manifestation is a lot about emotion, because there's so much more power when there's an emotion behind our intention. So that's why if people like drawing or painting, regardless if you're talented at it or not, we put a lot more emotion into it. And that's what makes it a lot more powerful. So if you like doodling, that's great. Doodle. It's honestly so much more powerful than just writing it down, because usually we'll put a lot more emotion into a picture or a painting or a piece of artwork versus just writing down like a list of words. But that being said, if writing has always been your thing, then keep sticking with that. That is the right decision for you. It's just all about whatever invokes more emotion, more positive emotion in this case, about what you want to experience, the love you want to feel, the excitement you want to have in that relationship. So that's really cool. That's coming in. Yeah, new partner, Cupid, wedding. I feel like these all kind of explain themselves here, but the angels are just coming through with this message saying, this is what could all be in your future: a new partner, someone who I actually see this as you never would have expected. They're like your knight in shiny armor, but you wouldn't identify them as that. They're not your normal type, but your normal type is this not so great past relationship type. So that's why this person is going to be a little bit surprising for you, but they're your soulmate. They're different from everybody else. That's why they are your long-term soulmate partner. Cupid, I love this because I feel like in this pile, like the energy coming from this is like very cute romantic gestures, very sweet hearts. Like it has like that young love energy that just stays throughout the relationship. That constant flirtation and wanting to surprise each other and do small things for each other just because they were thinking about you and they love you. Like it has a very good tender-hearted, sweet kind of energy to it that feels long-term. And then wedding, if that doesn't say long-term, then I don't know what else does. But yeah, this card here, sorry. I don't know why I started looking up cards lately. Okay, so it says, marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So just was thinking as I was reading this, if you did watch my last card reading and you did have this exact same card come out, and actually I think these two cards came out, really just trust this. This is not coincidence. I didn't just happen to not shuffle them. I've used this deck 3 times since I did that last card reading for last week. It wasn't just at the top or something. This is a very clear message for you that this is coming in, and I feel like you have a lot of doubt around it. You have to start trusting it because this is so clear. The angels are basically screaming at you that this is coming in for you. You deserve this. You are able to find a long-term loving life partner. That is in your cards. It is in your lifetime. I don't even think it's that far away. They're literally telling you start manifesting it. Keep manifesting it with positive emotions. And that's going to be a game changer for bringing it in. Positive emotions like excitement, loving, adventure. If you really like a certain sport or hobby and you've always wanted to do that with a partner, then that would be a good thing to draw, journal, paint. Okay. This was a quick one, but that's what I was trying to keep it for if you're just needing a quick little reminder from your angels. That's all I got for you. But I have to quickly add in because I was very intrigued to look up what this crystal meant, and I find I'll always get different meanings based off of what the collective for that pile needs to hear. And for this one today, I got that it was gonna help bring in romance and sexual desire and basically satisfaction. So if this really felt good for those who were in a relationship, who were feeling stagnant, like there was a loss of chemistry, this here alone, this crystal was may even be good to purchase if you want, but obviously you don't ever need to buy anything. It's just like an added message to say, yes, they hear that this has been a problem for you, and don't worry, there is a shift coming in. There is a change coming in. There will be more passion, more desire, more sexual tension in your relationship again. And then for those of you who do not have a partner calling in one, I think you also just want that. The very same stone about the next relationship having this long-term like flame in it where it doesn't dwindle out and it is very supportive. And I really get like tender-hearted, same passions, same morals, same values. So that could be why all of you chose this crystal here. Sorry, I just wanted to add that in. Hello all, you chose this piece of Dalmatian jasper for pile 2. Okay, let's pull some cards here. What does the angels want pile 2 to know today or whenever you're seeing this for the collective? All right, we want to know what pile 2 needs to hear from their angels today. What do the angels want pile 2 to hear? Thank you. Archangel Michael. Okay, Fiona, Ray, and Patience. So Archangel Michael says, I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Very beautiful cards here. Just zoom in a little bit better so you can see them. Okay, so I don't normally talk about this, but the first thing I was noticing when looking at this card is I think Archangel Michael right now is helping you clear some past life karma or blocks. If it resonates, or if you've been looking at past life pick a card readings, maybe this could be like a little confirmation there. Or if you've been thinking about past life stuff, maybe just go and click on a pick a card past life reading. I have a couple. I don't know if they'll resonate with you or not. Just trust your gut and intuition. But I definitely get that there's some work happening for past lives for this pile. And he's really coming through saying, like, if you've been having weird things come up, or if you've been really tired lately, or yeah, I get that. Just like you wake up a little bit more tired than normal, you're having a little harder time having a lot of energy throughout the day, and you're like, I don't think I'm eating anything weird. I don't think that I'm doing anything overly exhausting. I think this is just Archangel Michael trying to clear up some old things for you. And what I get though is I think he's clearing some old past life stuff for you, because I think he's trying to make room for more downloads to come in. And you are already getting some. You've already gotten some. But I think there's a lot more to come. Like when I saw this yoga card, I just got that you get in this insane amount of downloads and guidance during your meditation time. Yeah. And I also get the impression that this pile is going to be doing some sort of light worker stuff. Sorry, that's very broad, but this is a general card reading. I just see that someone who is getting this much intuitive guidance and knowledge and downloads is getting it because they are on a fast track like mission, you could almost say, in this lifetime to get this wisdom, get this knowledge, become activated essentially as this life worker so that they can go and help more people. But right now you're still in the phase of getting some of that old stuff cleared out so you have room for these new downloads. And I think some karma that needs to go so that you can accept them and embody them better. And I think you've been asking for help with this, like learning faster, knowing where you're supposed to be, knowing who you're supposed to be helping. And that's what I got from this card, is that this angel is saying they've heard you, they are working with you, they are trying to help you out. Just be a little patient, because you've had a lot of lifetimes. There is a lot of things to clear out, but they are, like, in the meantime, like, sending you more downloads and understanding. And they're really saying, like, the patience card, when this comes up, it tells me there's a lot of work going on in the background. That's probably why you're so exhausted. So don't feel like you're just not doing enough. You're just stuck there, not doing enough work. I feel like this pile has been pushing themselves very hard to do more, do things faster. But they're saying this is actually just something that takes physical time to shift and to have happen and to receive. And when I see this patience card, I really got there, like, if you're like, what can I do right now if I'm not supposed to be pushing myself? They're literally saying, enjoy life, go have fun, go watch the sunrise, go watch the sunset. If you're near water, I feel like you should especially be doing that. If you can, if it's safe for you, you should go to the beach and watch the sunset from time to time, and just really embrace in that, like, healing, clearing energy that it gives you as it sets. I think you would probably also get some downloads during that just because of the energy of this pile. But they're saying just do things that are fun and cool and are just like things that you can only experience in a physical body, like going to the beach and watching those sunsets, or doing hobbies, not because you feel like you have to, but because you've just always wanted to learn how to do that thing. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to make a dream catcher. You should do that. That's so cool. Maybe you've always wanted to learn. There's something you want to learn how to make. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something there. And I feel like how I see this is that you're such a healer. Your soul is so naturally a healer that you have a hard time just thinking you're going to go and do something for fun. But it is important for you to take that time because, like they said, you've pushed yourself pretty hard, and you're in this time where there's a lot of background work happening. So the only thing you really can do is just really enjoy your life, to do things for pleasure, for fun, for fulfillment, and enjoy. Because don't worry, you're gonna be so busy soon. I don't know, it could be in a few months, it could be in a year, but you're going to be so busy. You're going to wish you had moments to just meditate on a beach, to walk through a forest and just have a whole day to spend time there. And like when I see these cards, I'm like, oh boy, yeah, you're going to be so busy. Extremely busy. You're going to be getting so many downloads once this clearing work finishes up in the background, the thing that it honestly just takes time. You are going to be so busy. You're going to have so much stuff to, I feel like, download, channel, share with people. Embody is a big one here. And I just feel like this is what your calling is. This is what you're passionate about. And there is going to be so much wisdom for you to share. So it really is like, if you feel so like bored and like, why aren't they wanting me to do more? It's literally them saying, you're going to be such a helper. You're going to be such a healer that you need to take time now to just enjoy your life, to be a human, to do, like they literally word it, to do the things you can only do in a physical body that later you're like, darn, why didn't I do that? Now that I'm a non-physical being, I am like not going to be able to do it. And so they're kind of speaking like once you've passed away, because I think once you step into this role of a healer, you're going to be very busy for a very long time. So they're just saying like experience the physical pleasures now while you have the time. That's why this is a huge part of like why there is this gap. If it feels like a gap or a pause in your life, it's because it's your time to just be a human and do the weird things that maybe don't have a greater reason for why you're doing it other than you want to experience it, like making a dream catcher or learning how to play a banjo or something just totally random like that. Okay. I think that's actually all I have for you all. It was just a quick little reminder. It really does stress that there's just so much stuff you're going to be doing in the future, so much energy work, so much healing. I just like this card is filled with energy and meditation and lots of spiritual work and purpose. So sorry, it's not really. This card here is just like filled with like spiritual work and power. So this is going to be you soon. So they're really just calling for you to do those small things you enjoy right now while you have the time. Okay, you all have a good one, and I will see you soon. Hello, pile 3. You all chose this piece of amethyst. Okay, I'm just going to pull some cards now and ask what your angels want you to know right now. Does pile 3 need to know right now? messages do the angels have for pile 3, the collective, today? Okay, and that one. Okay, got a few different angels here. Jeremiah, okay, cool. All right, so firstly for this pile, you have had quite some lifetimes here. I feel like you have literally reincarnated as everything and anything. Yeah, your soul has been here for a long time. And I do get a little bit of starseed energy. Specifically, I think it's more like, I think they're called Lumerian or Pleiadian. Yeah, something around that. I actually feel like Lumerian, very light being. That is what you are or where you are from originally, but you have been here, yeah, for an extremely long time. Angels don't usually talk so much about that, but they're saying something about you're really starting to step into who you are. And a lot of things are starting to come together for this pile. You've really been called to start doing a lot of inner child work, a lot of past life work, a lot of soul work. And it's really coming through in this where they're just like almost showing me different steps that you've been in your life. And holy, like you just have so many different skill sets too. Like I just see, like I almost am seeing this as different elements. Like I feel like I'm seeing like earth, fire, water, air. And that this is all like something that is within you, and it just feels so powerful. I'm trying to find like the right words here. Yeah, like this pile is able to see the shadow side of things. You are able to see the things that people don't necessarily want others to see. But how this benefits you is I literally feel like you are here. You are like this beautiful, very high energy, pure light being. And you've come here to help basically people clear out the heaviest of energies. And you're doing this, I would say, with a lot of like priestess energy, goddess energy. It's very interesting to see this come through. It's like I would want to say this pile is most likely a female, or they find themselves being very strong in their feminine energy, because that's what people need right now, that you are helping and you are here to help, is to help them come into their shadow side and to clear it out. Like I feel like you get out all the old cobwebs and the old limiting beliefs and the old patterns and their old stories. You go in and you eliminate them. You come out and they're like this new person, this person who no longer is afraid of the dark, of the things that were hiding in their like closets or in the darkest, deepest depths of themselves. It's very powerful work. Like this is what I'm getting from these two cards. Like you literally are like, oh, I don't know. Like you have such a beautiful balance of this, the brightest light you could imagine, and then being able to go within the deepest, darkest depths and clear out any of the things that aren't serving, like the person you're helping, or like I even think even like humankind. Like you just being here is like changing the vibration of the world. And I don't mean to put that in too heavy of a term, because I feel like you just do this by being exactly who you are. You are so gifted. You are designed for this. I literally think that. I could think the Lumerian in you was literally designed to do this work. You have all the keys to know how to do it right. And this cat will not stop speaking up in this picture, this black cat. So neat. I actually think this is a spirit guide. I don't think, maybe you do also happen to have a black cat, but this feels stronger than that. This feels like you have a spirit guide or a power animal that is it could be a panther, or it could literally be a black house cat, but do not underestimate the power of this power animal. Like, it is also what allows you to be so good at seeing things so clearly. It works very closely with you. And it really just sharpens your sight in the dark. I feel like that is why you have this specific power animal or spirit animal, because it literally helps you see things just as they are without the opinion of good or bad. You just see it. Super cool, super powerful stuff. And then just to go with the whole animal theme is that you're definitely gifted with animals. I don't know for sure what connection they have in your life, but I get that, like, I think you pretty much talk to them. I think that you might accidentally call on them. I think that if you're just walking in a forest, you might find animals approaching you and you're not afraid, or on a higher level, you're not afraid because they've come to you because they recognize your higher energy frequency. Like, you connect with them and they have a respect for you. This is like not light things here. This is very like a very honorable thing. Not all humans can attain this kind of level of respect. And it's something about who you are at a soul level is very respected in like in this like nature environment. Oh, this is where I'm having a hard time quite finding the English words for it. Like, your soul itself demands such a high level of respect because you are just so loving and like higher energy good. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Like, you have very, very high energy, yeah, even in the human body. I really see that you like emit like this higher frequency that would call in. I do think animals show up for you all the time, and it's almost like they're coming to acknowledge you and like walk alongside you with respect and acknowledgement. It's like your soul really sees them as all part of the same oneness and as of a loving being. It's really cool stuff here. I hope this is making sense to you, because I feel like if someone randomly picked this file, this would not make sense to them. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So yeah, Archangel Ariel is very gifted with wildlife specifically, not just your house pets, but very much wildlife. And I think that's why she's coming through, is because I feel like your energy feels very similar to hers, where you have the same perspective on wildlife as she does. Like, you see them the same. It's just this loving energy, and I don't feel fear there. I don't feel fear. I really feel like you could run alongside with them. Like, I don't know if you've done that, but I literally see like this person like calling in, like, say like wild horses come, and then you walk around the fields with these wild horses. Like, I see things like that. Or like these deer might come and they will graze beside you if you're meditating. Or I feel like if you're in foreign countries, like, I feel like some animals that would have scared other people to be near you come near you, and they literally come with this like finding a lost piece of their pack kind of energy, and they just like roam with you, they walk with you, they eat with you. And it feels very sacred and very honorable to have that experience. And then Archangel Jeremiel, angel of just review of our life. Very interesting that he's coming through. The message that I feel like he's showing me for this pile is just saying something about the inner child. Like, I know it's very cliche, but I feel like it's just saying a reminder to nurture your inner child, and that your home reflects what's going on within that child. That seems very specific. yeah, so if your home's been feeling a little more disruptive than normal, if there's a little more chaos than normal, I feel like for this pile, they're really saying something about that it's the inner child is just needing a little more nurture, and then that will shift the outside around you. And the northern lights, I can't stop looking at them. So powerful. When I see the northern lights, I've always heard a lot of different meanings for them. None of them are really connected with me quite so well, but I've always heard that they mean ancestors are coming in and like saying hello and supporting you. I think this is the first time where I've heard that meaning, and it's resonating for this pile. Like, I think I feel like your ancestors, your guides, your soul family who have not reincarnated are very much with you right now, very much guiding you. And I just see so much crown activity. So if you've been finding that your crown has been going crazy and it's just so open, yeah, I think that's just something that you're going through right now, but it's telling me because of it being so open that your soul family has been coming through a lot. This isn't necessarily a bad or a good thing. It's just something that's happening. And it's just something, that your body's doing because it's felt a need for it. So I would just say trust that. I know usually when we see that crowns are really open or roots are really closed, that we can start feeling not great about that. But I feel like your body's doing this because there's something that it needs right now that it's getting with the crown being quite open. So I would just trust that. I think your soul family is like helping clear out something. And I don't know, the wolf is very important for what it's helping you clear out. I've noticed this card reading is very specific, so this might only be for a couple of people out there watching this. Yeah. I'm struggling a bit with this wolf. I'm going to trust that maybe wolf does mean something specific to you, because I look at it and I feel like it's a very particular, special wolf. So that if I were just to Google the spiritual meaning of a wolf, it wouldn't be the right meaning for this one. And it might even be more like a Pyrenees dog for some reason. A white Pyrenees is also coming into my head more than a wolf. Which actually be interesting, because a white Pyrenees wolf, which I don't know if actually exists or are just white wolves, would mean magic, trusting in magic. And they come up when you're not trusting yourself and you're doubting yourself. And for this pile, I feel like you are usually quite on the game, on point, but there's something going on that has shaken you a little bit, has kind of gotten you out of that normal trust you have in your intuition. And you know what? I don't think this is a bad thing. Some of you might have felt like it was a bad thing, but I think this is actually coming along because you were very secure for a very long time. And it's almost saying like you needed a little bit of a level up or a shake up, because you'd grown and you'd gotten very good at where you were. And now it's time for you to move up yet another level. So I would be talking a little bit more in consciousness or in just growth overall. Although I feel like this pile is already at a consciousness level that is quite high, or quite like this is a lot of it. This is very natural, like where you came from, who you are on a soul level, the life experiences that you have had for so many lifetimes did already bring you in at a higher consciousness level than the average human, which would create a lot of very interesting life experiences for you as a younger person. But I feel like for now, there is always room to grow. And they're saying that you just were essentially, how I see it is like you were just quite a bit higher in consciousness. And I do get that you're very giving, very light worker energy. And you were like that for a long time. But then I think when like COVID happened and the world started shifting, this was kind of a time for you to be able to grow as well. Because as the other consciousnesses are growing, it almost like they can now handle your consciousness growing as well. That sounds very strange, but I feel like until COVID happened, or like that energy shift in the actual earth energy, I don't think that if you were of a higher consciousness, that other people could understand you if you had grown before that. I hope that's making sense. I almost see like now that the overall global consciousness is lifting, they can handle you being of a higher consciousness because you won't be like so high above them that they can't hear you anymore. You're now still going to maintain about the same levels of what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's still a gap between you and other people's consciousness by quite a bit, but I feel like your skill is in being able to drop down and speak in a way they can hear you, and they are going to just kind of go up to a little closer to where you were before COVID and all that happened, and now you're going to jump up like, I don't know, like several levels. I feel like you're not just doing like a little one level jump. You're going up quite a bit, and you're still going to be able now to drop down to this lower consciousness and words that they understand. But I don't think you're going to be able to drop down to as low as they were before, which is why it was so important that essentially that they elevated in consciousness so that you could elevate as well, because your purpose is to help them. And if you were too high, they literally wouldn't be able to hear you or understand you, and you wouldn't be able to find those words to explain to them. So it's very interesting. It's very soul purposey, but I can see how for someone of your like consciousness level, your gifts, your experience in life, how it would feel like confusing why all this was happening. But I really get that your soul probably would have made this consciousness leap a long time ago, but your soul purpose essentially wouldn't allow it because people needed you to be where you were so that they could hear you. So this is a great opportunity for you to be able to, grow, grow, and then have others who are aligned with that grow with you. It's really cool. Really cool stuff here. I'm just trying to think. So I actually think this might be where some of the soul family stuff is coming in, because I think why the crown would be more open is, one is it's telling me, that you've had a bit of trust issues with your intuition that you normally don't have, which have been confusing. But I also get that I would almost say like this like Lemurian kind of energy is coming in, and they're almost like activating something within you. I think that's why the crown is so open. So they are essentially helping you get these downloads that you are ready for, and the people you're going to help are ready for. It's really cool stuff, actually. Super cool. But definitely it's coming from like your soul family, this download stuff, this activation stuff, which is, like in case that I didn't make that clear enough, because you are not of this earth originally, although you've had many, many lifetimes here, the downloads are going to come through stronger and better from your soul family, from your planet that you're from, because their consciousness is already very, very high. So they're just activating what is already within you. And that could just be why there's some chaos going on within you. Super cool stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that was just a card reading for one person, because it just is way too specific for more than one soul. But anyways, I hope that brought you some clarity, because I can see how what you've gone through would be very confusing as, just reading your energy. It would just seem so random, but it really was that shift. The shift in the earth when COVID happened, and it turning into that feminine energy, and it's shifting everybody else, is finally allowing you. It's like the world, the earth itself is finally ready for you to grow. It's very cool. I've never seen that before. Okay. Well, I hope that clarifies some things for you and about why some chaos has been happening in your life. I'll catch you around.